Welcome everyone to NasNite Season 4. We are here at Sweden, Stockholm for the season opener. You can see it is raining, not what we have been hoping for, but it is going to bring some action and some thrilling overtakes into this first race back. We have been waiting for this a long time and we are all waiting for the lights to go out. This track, however, is not a basic one. It is quite tricky. The walls can get insanely close to the track. Here's some information about it. There's 13 corners and it's made by an AI. We just adjusted a few parts of it and this is what we have created. We've got some brand new drivers on the field with some brand new regulation changes. Strategy is just as important as it was before, if not more so, especially in this wet race. We've had a thrilling qualifying, and now in P1 it's Yoshi as Atomics fills out the first row, only a 10th behind him. TMK, after some controversial qualifying, takes P3 with Frost in P4. Bako, after switching teams last season, takes P5. Joachim, hoping to actually start the race this time around, takes P6. Fixie reserving for his team and also the owner. And Beast Mode also takes P8. His teammate Nas is in P9 and Mo invalidated his lap in qualifying, so he will be starting at the back of the grid for NasReg Motorsports, a brand new team in NasNite, not F1, in NasNite. Anyway, it's time for the 5 red lights. We have been waiting for this moment for well over a month, but the time has finally arrived. We have 5 red lights and away we go for the Swedish Grand Prix. Bako doesn't have a great start. Vixie's going to take opportunity of that. He gets squished. Atomics as well, trying to hand it down the inside of TMK. Makes a mistake. He crashes, causes a massive incident with Joachim, who's in the barrier. We've still got a long way to go, so Joachim could recover from this. We're 3 wide into turn 4. Mo has the inside. He's gone from last place all the way up to 6th, I believe. Yeah, 6th place. Nas behind him. You got the 2 Lamborghini drivers side by side. You can see with them fighting, Yoshi and TMK are just being allowed to pull away, and there's nothing anyone can do about it, as Vixie also tries to go round the outside of Bako. Not a lot you can do. Atomic sitting in behind Beast Mode as Joachim seeks to catch up. Joachim is on the intermediate tyres, so he will have a much easier time as the field gets held up. TMK trying to send it into turn 1, redeem himself after the questionable qualifying session, but Yoshi just about pulls ahead, clearing himself of TMK. And I say there's a massive lag spike. TMK is bumper glitched or lagged or something. He's sideways, and Frost is going to take the entire opportunity to send it down the inside and claim P2 for himself. An amazing grasp of an opportunity presented to him right there. TMK is not happy about that for sure. The game, and you can see here as well, we're not even using the proper replay cameras because replay mode has it bugged out, saved half of the race, and well, then when I went to check, it deleted. We have a little bit of a lag spike. VC sideways into the final corner. Little bit of a weird rejoin as Atomics makes contact with Beast Mode. You can see this game's not perfect. TMK now trying to do the exact same thing he did to Yoshi on the lap prior. Is he going to stick it around the outside this time? I believe the answer is yes. He's got the inside line. Frost cuts him off, however, and TMK's into the barrier. He's going to lose a ton of positions. He's ejected from his car. Frost is going to be receiving. Yeah, there's the warning. TMK losing out on a couple positions there as Atomics, you can see in last place, just about holding up Joachim. Joachim has fully now caught up, so Atomics must be on the wet tyres. Nas as well on the wet tyres. Also Lamborghini just pulling away Frost and Bako, hunting down Yoshi. Yoshi is on the intermediate, so he will be hard to track down, and which, since it is a wet race, DRS is disabled for this season opener. Honestly, one isn't expecting the rain. We've got some little bit of contact between TMK and Beast Mode. None of us were expecting this rain on the first race, but we're here now. Vixie trying to send it on Nas. He has the tyre advantage right down the inside into turn 2. Needs to stick it on the outside, make sure he's just got his car in, which he does, into turn 3, and he should get the overtake done into turn 4 as TMK seeks to gain and gain. He's going to stick his nose in as well and grab down the inside with the tyre advantage too. Nas is still there, however, fighting side by side, now into the tricky section where the walls get extremely close to the track in this second sector especially, and this tricky double hairpin afterwards. It's just, you need to be really careful in that section. You can see TMK flawlessly gets past. Let's take a look at the race replay one more time. You can see once the, oh, we have to wait for the lights to go out. Okay, need to fix that for next time. Anyway, you can see Baco does not have the best of starts. Vixie sends it down the inside. And you can see Baco also just squeezes in. We'll see what happens with Atomics in third. Yeah, he just goes out the corner wide, sends it into the rear of Beast Mode, which causes a whole power up, which sends Joachim into the wall. We've got a little bit of action though. Back for 4th place as TMK's caught up to Vixie, sending it down the inside of Mo now. They're side by side. Mo's had a pretty decent start to this race. You can, oh, I say okay, many track limits right there. Vixie and TMK, however, they have gotten past. Mo, who started in last, is on for a good drive. Nas as well is going to be caught up by his teammate eventually. And Yoshi's into the barrier. What's going on here? It seems the VSE is called out. Seems like Yoshi has had a little bit of an issue. He's gone, now as our race leader as well, he's gone from 1st place to last place. We'll be skipping forward a little bit here to when the safety car ends. The full safety car was called out for that issue. Probably not the best plan for the FIA. They probably should have stuck with the VSE, so a little bit more of the controversial safety car. But I mean, yeah, race leader into last place. It seems we've also had some issues with the safety car, so I don't know why it's parked in the final corner. And TMK's into the pit lane on the restart. That's not really the smart move. Nas leads the way then into the green flags onto our brand new lap. This is lap 8 now, I believe. Lamborghinis are already side by side as Mo looks to send it down the inside of Vixie. Just needs to stick around the outside, which he does. We're watching TMK come up the pit lane for some reason though. Frost around the outside of Baco. Beast Mode's got the inside of Mo and Vixie. It looks like it was almost 3 wide there. Beast Mode getting the double overtake into turn 4. Mo still fighting back on the inside. They go side by side in sector 2 into the double chicane. Who's going to yield here? Mo does need to leave the space for Beast Mode. He's forced a little bit wide. Beast Mode now on the preferred racing line. Or he's on the better racing line. Mo just compromised himself, and Vixie's going to take full advantage of it and send it down the inside too, and Yoshi, not far behind, is going to look to do the same thing. Nas is now into the pit lane. We'll see if that can, if he'll be able to keep up with TMK. They do have quite quick pit stops as they managed to upgrade their pit crew a bunch from the regulation changes last season. And Yoshi and Vixie just not able to get past Mo. They may be on the slower tyre here though. Baco hunting down Atomics. You can see how close the front of his car is to Atomics' rear. Mo as well, closer to what it looks like to Beast Mode. You see the cars are now starting to fall into like two cars every now and then. Little bit of a seems the racing has slightly calmed down. However, this just about to get even more thrilling. Atomics and Joachim now into the pit lane. Joachim on for a massive recovery. That safety car has really saved his race. Baco now leads as Frost will over the radio during the race. He has decided to play defensive here, block Beast Mode and Mo for as long as possible. Frost is on the intermediate tyres, so not inters, the wet tyres, so he's going to need to slow down Mo and Beast Mode as much as he can throughout this lap. But since the drivers behind do have the better tyre, they will be looking to fly past within the lap. You could just see the raw pace Mo has on Frost down the straight. Frost goes very defensive, but Mo was already there. He's gotten the inside line into the tight hairpin S corner. This is like Turkey. And Mo's just able to stick it around the outside. Beastmode looking to go 3 wide, but backs out of it. The smart thing to do. You see Frost just does, ever since he lost the inside line to Mo, he's just losing out on positions here. Joshi seeks to also send it down the inside after Beast Mode. TMK has managed to catch back up. He has stopped, so everyone, I believe, in front. Oh, we've got server lag. TMK is going to take full advantage of that. Send it down the inside of Yoshi. That is unfortunate. Not something he wanted at all. Lap 11 now. TMK and Vixie both getting some track limits. Their penalties are going to be stacking up by the end of the race. TMK hits the rear of Frost a little bit. Frost could be clear here. Yoshi as well. Well, yeah, Frost going defensive into the last part of the straight there. Lost my words for a second. Anyone diving in? I think Vixie might be. No. So it seems like the pit stops are over. Some people, drivers even, may have pitted under the safety car. TMK though with the tyre advantage. And Yoshi once again going to try and send it around the outside. Yoshi just sending it just a little bit too wide. However, he might be able to stick his nose in. Yeah, it was close. Yoshi into the barrier there. First causing a lot of collisions this race as Yoshi rejoins ahead of his teammate Yokum. They are not going to be wanting to stay back there forever. Not the race that Bundes Auto have been hoping for. Bacco still leading the way. He does have the inters on, so the gap is going to be looking like it will stay the same for now. TMK though hunting down Beast Mode. Server lag once again sends him into the barrier. That has lost him a lot of time. Frost, however, won't be able to gain that as he is on the slower tyre. Beast Mode Snow slowly gaining on Mo. Mo, a brand new driver, I believe he is reserving as well as Vixie. Porsche Nova and NASA EG Motorsports, brand new teams to the sport. We'll see how well they can do and how competitive they can be, especially after we see the points in race 2. Beast Mode as well, he's sticking around. He's the brand new owner of Sinsport after their last one was inactive and just not doing much for the team. And TMK trying to go for an unnecessary move. I don't think there was much space for him. Just something he should not have been diving for. Lost too much time, but it won't matter anyway. It's not like he's in any danger. Frost being on the wets and all. Mo now into the pit lane. He is going to have a slower pit stop. Being a new team, the team's upgrades aren't that great. However, that's not going to do much. I mean, no, it will do much. It's 3 seconds, or it's longer than normal. So we'll see how he can recover from that. You can see the back of the pack has started to catch up a lot more as TMK seeks to gain on Beast Mode that much more. Lap 14, we are approaching the halfway mark in this race, and it has been intense since. However, it does look like things are starting to dial down a little bit. Now, as I was saying before, Beast Mode, the brand new owner of Sinsport, has signed Nas Beast Mode into the pit lane now. Bacco's already in there. We'll see how things go here. Beast Mode coming in, and he's pitted into the wrong box. Beast Mode has made a mistake. He's pitted into the wrong box. He's going to be receiving a penalty for that, surely. Yeah, Yoshi could have been compromised there as he came into the box. Yoshi, that is a mistake you rarely see from Beast Mode. I think because most of his DNFs as well from last season, they were by choice. They weren't like an accident. He didn't crash out or anything. He just decided was like, sod it, I'm done, and left. Well, hopefully things change a little bit going on this season. But we'll have to wait and see how things evolve. The qualifying for this race, he's definitely not going to be happy about. TMK though, he's coming back strong. I think now he is leading this race. He has won the last season's championship. He won the season 2 academy novice championship, not the academy. He won the novice championship. So now he seeks to go for 3 in a row. Nas is in P2. He's looking to try hunt down, close the gap, and make sure TMK doesn't get as many points and pull away as much. That's a brand new driver. He is a rookie. Same for Yoshi, and I believe Frost was a driver last season for Eagle Sport McLaren, who have rebranded into Lamborghini. I believe it was Lotus that took the McLaren brand since they departed with Legion's team. Legion, the owner of Lamborghini now, McLaren decided to split ways, and they went to loan to see if he could pull something back for them after promising to be active and present his drivers with good results. However, none of them, including the reserve driver, are here today, so they will be scoring a fat 0 in the championship as the pit lane gets kind of packed. TMK now losing the lead, so everyone looks like they have stopped. Vixie's onto the intermediate tyres now, so we'll see if he can start catching up to those on the wets. Joachim leading this race now, I believe. Atomics in P2 and Bako back in P3. You can see how the pit stops have really affected the race here. Bako was leading this race, however now he drops down into third. He still has the podium though, and he can still clutch this race. Beast Mode is in P4. He's had a decent race as well, so after all he started back in P8, but I believe Joachim is on his way to earning driver of the day here after starting in P6 and getting wrecked on lap 1 as we saw earlier in the replay. Who's into the pit lane? It's Atomics and Joachim. You can just see how quickly we just saw them go in. They're already out of their pit box. Maybe a little bit of an unsafe release for Joachim there, but it was too hard to tell, and I believe it all sorted itself out in the end anyway. So Bako now officially leads this race. Beast Mode's caught up. Bako must be running the wet tyres at the moment, as Beast Mode's gained a lot. You can see he's constantly gaining now, going into turn 5 here. TMK as well behind Mo. Lap 18. The race is just slowly building up and building up. Beast Mode trying to look for the move. Atomics and Frost side by side. The Lamborghini and the Whiplash MRT. Whiplash MRT is the rebrand of Rinspeed from last season, so they are looking like to go back to back in the constructors. Yoshi now staying behind his teammate Joachim, as Joachim shows why he is the dominant driver for his team, also because he owns the team and he decides that who's driver 1 and driver 2. So obviously he would have chosen himself. Yeah, Joachim last season didn't get to take part in this race as his car broke on the grid as the lights were going out. He just was not able to pull off the grid, so the safety car had come out early for that incident. However, this season he has redeemed himself and he has gone. And even though he had a large incident on lap 1, he is slowly recovering, even if he is towards the back of the field. We'll see if he can pull anything more throughout the rest of the race, but we do not have that much time to go. We have a small server lag. It must be from the players joining, the FIA pulling out a VSC here. I think this is a really good one, as all the drivers forced to slow down while we wait for the lag to subside. Multiple people joining the game. We're going to have to make sure that isn't an issue for next week. Tristan as well, he joined. He is the reserve driver for Lamborghini, so he's probably here just to support his team while they prove what their team has to offer on track. Beast Mode though leading the way as he did overtake Bako, and Yoshi's in the runoff area back in the sector 2. Don't know what's happened here, but it seems like he may be DNFing from the race permanently this time. This is the second time he's had an issue like this, as he now officially gets lapped. It seems like this will bring out the full the full safety car even, as the FIA need to move the car off track. Yeah, you can see now his car's gone. We've got the Aston Martin safety car, looking as fancy as it does. I believe in race 2 we will be rocking the Mercedes one once again. I don't really think we saw that in the free agent race 2 weeks ago, as there weren't really many incidents. I think the free agent race was actually relatively clean. Just this race has been a little bit more on the chaotic side with more drivers at hand, but these are better. Mo returns as well. He managed to get signed from, and I think same as Nas, both of them managed to get signed from the free agent race. Nas dives into the pit lane. Is anyone going to follow him in? I believe the answer is no. So Joachim is going to be leading the way. That is a surprise. Second safety car must have let him get a couple of overtakes. TMK seeming to be lagging a lot there going into turn 1. Vixie looking to make a move on Atomics and just isn't able to stick it around the outside in turn 2, so the move is lost as he backs out there. Nas will be losing a lot of time there, so we'll see if he's able to bridge the gap closer. I don't know why people keep deciding to pit at the end of the safety car. Team K did the same thing, but he's managed to come back to P2. But the question is, quote from JC, will there be a third safety car to bring Nas back into this race? If it is required. You can see Yoshi's car in the barrier there got a little bit stuck when we're trying to take it off track. Oh, and Mo makes contact with Bako into the final corner. He reverses back on track. What is that rejoin? FIA clearly missed that because they have done nothing about it by the looks of things. That was so unsafe, and TMK has been asked to pull to the side. Oh, the FIA must have been focusing on TMK for the last half of the lap, which is why they missed the unsafe rejoin from Mo, as I believe he caused the wreck on the other drivers. I already forgot what happened, but it seems like TMK has been asked to, has been given the black flag. However, and while we wait for the FIA to pull the car off track, the VSE has been deployed temporarily, and Vixie as well into the barrier as his car decides to do some weird moves. Don't know what's going on with his car there. Getting going just before Nas can arrive, so has to slot in just in front of Nas as he seeks to overtake. The VSE really being a little bit of a shock. You see Bako and Joachim trying to take advantage of the VSC diving into the pit lane. Same for Atomics, but with the VSC about to end, I believe, it seems the FIA struggling. Oh yeah, the VSC's ended. It's off we go. Beast Mode, I believe, is leading the way. A ton of drivers into the pits. Joachim is coming out in first. Don't know what happened with Bako at the end of the pit lane there. It seems as if Bako was struggling a little bit to find out what he was supposed to be doing. Don't know what happened. He just gave away a free position to Joachim, so Joachim will take that happily as Nas now leads the way. He didn't stop during the VSC, and it shows that with everyone else stopping, it may have saved his race. Yet again, his teammate leading the way though to a massive gap, I believe, as he is coming towards the end of Sector 3. Joachim's going to be looking to get past Nas. Nas does look like he may be on the wet tyres, so Joachim will have the tyre advantage. But he's forced to go wide in the exit of that tight hairpin, now into the final corner, down this second straight. Bako as well, fighting with Atomics. They might be on similar tyres. Actually no, Bako might be on the wets here. Oh yeah, Bako must have made a mistake in the pit lane when he was selecting his tyres, because I believe he wanted to go onto the inters. Now he's on the wets, so he's not going to be happy about that. Nas as well, diving down inside. He's playing super defensive against Joachim here, but there is not a lot he can do against the intermediate tyres. Atomic steaming past Bako as well. It's still side by side, a lot of action between these two drivers. These two might be a couple to keep an eye on going into the rest of the race. And the server lagging and just secured the position for Joachim. Not how we wanted to see it get done, but nonetheless it has been done. It also has allowed Frost and Mo to catch up. Vixie as well, far behind, I believe, with the amount of track limits he has received now, though he may have received a black flag, but since that was given after the race had ended, we will see him on track racing as normal, but there's not really a lot we can do about that now. Atomics and Nas You can see Nas has already dropped behind another position. The wet tyres were clearly not the play to be making in this final stint. He's already dropped down to 4th, out of the podium. Beast Mode still leading the way by the looks of things. The Lamborghinis are back together. They're going to be seeking to get past. Yeah, Beast Mode leading the way. He's already down into turn. He's already back on the front straight. Baco making a little bit of a mistake there. Nas and Baco going super defensive. Frost is going to dive down the inside of his teammate, or around the outside even. He cleans the move, super clean move from Frost there, almost cut off Baco. They just timed it perfectly. Baco may have even let off, or team orders due to Baco being on the slower tyre, but that may have also compromised him as Mo seeks to take down the inside. Beast Mode coming out of the pit lane. This means Joachim is now somehow leading the race after getting screwed in the first lap. He now leads the way to Atomics. Beast Mode sits in 3rd place. Decent race on both drivers here, but Joachim has clearly put on a much greater performance, and server lag just screws Mo over as he's sent into the barrier. Not a lot anyone could have done there, and just not a lot of luck on anyone's side here today with the server lag, as it constantly is punishing anyone who, for no reason at all. This has been a season opener, that is for sure, and I am excited for what Race 2 has to offer at a brand new track that no one has actually raced on in Fortnite before. And I say in Fortnite because it is a layout that I have seen in another game somewhere else on the internet. However, and even with me deciding to... Actually, no, it's not. It's a full custom layout. The other tracks lay it down the line on the calendar. It doesn't matter, as Frost even is seeking to defend his position from Nas, trying to get the P4 position. It seems like Beast Mode's running away with the podium, so they're just fighting for all the points that they can now as we come towards the end of the race. Frost clearly getting ahead, Nas showing why the wets were not the tyres to go, as Mo sends it down the inside of Baco. Baco will have to leave the room there, playing a little bit safe. Vixie comes the corner on his own. He has the intermediate tyres. You can also see how Mo's just pulling ahead here, almost a car, half a car in front, now a full car in front. The intermediate tyres showing as well why they are so much faster. I also would like to note that this is not even like an easy version of the wet races. Like, I believe in the next one, the FAA have announced they will be adding a spray mechanic to make things that much more realistic. So when you have 4 drivers like this up close, you will be fully seeing how you'll be fully seeing the spray, or at least the driver POV will be seeing the spray and making it a lot harder to see visually. It seems like Mo though is going to try and make a move down on Nas, going around the outside. Nas forces him wide, so he has to compromise his line. Nas will probably go super defensive here, but can Mo stick his nose in just in time? I believe he can. Oh, it's close. He was just within track limits there. Nas not able to push him out far enough. Vixie doing the same thing on Baco. He may be disqualified from the race now, but even when the race was live and happening, he was still pitting on. And adventure 3 wide now as Nas seems like he had a little bit of a collision with Mo into turn 3, and Nas is just forced off the track as Baco barely left any space for either driver. Vixie flying past the both of them as they take advantage of the collisions. Nas and Baco now side by side. They are receiving a couple of warnings, the 2 drivers in front of Baco and Nas, but they are on server lag. Does not help as Nas and Baco go a little bit wide into the corner. Beast Mode as well, fighting with his teammate Frost. So Lamborghini and Sinsport seems to be going head to head here. They're looking like they might be rivals going into the next few races. A little bit of I think Nas went off got track limits there. However, that may be discarded due to the fact he was side by side with Baco in that part of the track. Baco yields the position with Nas on the inside. is just unable to get past. He is going to have to try and stick it around the outside. Mo as well, he's cut a couple corners and definitely caused a couple of incidents. We are on the final lap. Mo is going to be looking to increase the gap as much as possible so he can keep the position. However, we're going to be looking at Atomics and Joachim here. Atomics, I believe, has built up a couple penalties as well. Joachim not so many, same for Beast Mode. However, Atomics going across the line first to win the first race until we see the results later. Joachim will cross the line in P2 after getting dead last on lap 1. Beast Mode takes P3, Frost in P4. Mo will finish P5, Vixie's disqualified, so he will be finishing ahead of Team K in the results. However, everyone else behind, like Nas and Bako, will finish in front. Yoshi will finish ahead as well due to the DNF. You can see the results here. Joachim will take the lead due to the penalties. Atomics P2, Beast Mode P3. A great race from Joachim and Beast Mode. And we'll see if they can do it again next race. I'll see you guys next week for race 2. Have a good one.